we have a new god of destruction, and his name is Saitama. This guy, he might as well be the god of destruction of this universe, the god of destruction of the One Punch Man universe. I mean, this guy, oh. All right, guys, like enough fangasm. Let's get into it. This is gonna be my top 5 WTF moments of One Punch Man episode 5. Now, I'm gonna be doing a weekly giveaway, and this week's giveaway is a $50 Amazon gift card. So all you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment, and like this video. If you want to increase your chances of winning, make sure you share this on Facebook and on Twitter, and it will give you another entry into the $50 Amazon giveaway. I'm gonna be doing this on a weekly basis. Now, number 5, we have Saitama, the Jersey Shore situation. I mean, seriously, I was thinking of Jersey Shore and of Mike the Situation when they panned up from his legs up to his face, and all you see is this like buff jacked guy. He might as well be Arnold Schwarzenegger from the anime. Like this guy, I had no idea just how jacked he was. Just 3 years of training really got him to that point. But the funny part was when he was doing the exercises and the drills, and he was destroying everybody. And you know the bullies in the background, they were like, oh, look at this guy. He's bold. He must be a loser. He must be a clown. What an idiot. But no, Saitama shut them up after completing an acing destroy. He literally destroyed the training course. And they even said it themselves that he destroyed and surpassed and broke world records of every single exercise that he had to do. Oh my goodness. And did you look at those abs? Those abs, they make the guys from 300 look like Weezies. Like those abs, they look like they're made of steel or rock or something. I mean, no wonder this guy can't get destroyed. He's just too OP, too powerful. And it was just really funny to see him completely destroy the training course. Now, at number 4, we have Professor Bruce Lee wannabe. Honestly, every episode needs to have a hater, right? Somebody that you hate on. This is the guy. I mean, he was like doing some crazy. I don't even know what that was. What is it? The flamingo? Like what is he doing? This guy. Somebody just needs to slap him and send him flying to another country. Like the audacity this guy has, the balls to even face Saitama at the end, and this guy doesn't listen. They even told him like, hey, Saitama broke the world records. He actually, even Genos actually surpassed you. This guy surpassed you in rank. So you better watch your mouth. You better watch who you talk to. But no, he kept on blabbering his mouth like, oh, you're nobody. I'm the professor. I'm stronger. It took many years. And then he gets his ass whooped by one punch by Saitama. So he's out of the game. And it was funny because every episode they have the loser of the episode. So that usually the villain tends to be the loser. Actually give the voiceovers previewing the next episode. So of course he was the one to give the previews for the next episode. I mean he was really funny, but again he just looks like a total idiot. I just want to slap him. At number 3, we have Saitama gets a C on the exam. But okay, let me clear things up. He doesn't get a C in the exam. He pretty much fails. Like he barely passes it. So because the way the system works is if you barely pass, you become a hero. So he completely bombed and just didn't do well in the written portion of the exam. But when it came to the physical aspect, of course, he aced every single part of that. So it was just funny because Genos' reaction to that, he was like analyzing the paper, like, how is this possible? And he thought at first that Saitama got an S, which is like one of the highest levels. But no, it was actually a C. So Genos' face, he was like, I better talk to somebody. Somebody's gonna die today. Oh man, Genos, like the love and the respect he has for his sensei, for Saitama, is just so funny. And you know Saitama, like he has some beef with this seat. At first he pretended like, oh, this is nothing, like it's just a number. I'm here just to be a hero. I don't really care about the grade. But towards the end of the episode, you can tell like, oh, he wants to get out of that C. He wants to get an A. He wants to be an S-class member or something because, I mean, he's Saitama. He's the strongest of them all. So that was one of my favorite part. WTF moment number 2 is meet Mr. Asshole. This guy with the blue hair. I mean, at first he looks like maybe a ladies' man, like a Mr. Suave, a nice guy. But as you get to know him, you find out that there's some sort of mystery to him that we really don't know. I mean, is he really a good guy? Is he a bad guy infiltrating the good guy organization, the heroes organization? We don't know. Now, we can assume that he's actually very strong, very powerful, being he is like at level 1, A rank. I mean, he's at the top of the top. He's one of the big boys. But he has this particular interest on Genos, and not on Saitama, but on Genos. And he has a conversation with Genos, and Genos was not happy about this at all. He was like, you want to fight? Let's do it right now. But this guy, I tell you, he was ready to fight Genos, which means, and he warned him, like, if you want to die or you want to get hurt, like, unless you want that, get out the way. So we don't know what his powers are. Now, we can assume that he's not as powerful as Saitama. Obviously, Saitama is just top of the tops. But this guy is definitely up there, and he might be more powerful than even some of the other villains that we saw in the previous episodes. Like, we don't know how big the hero organization is. So far, we only know Saitama is pretty much the only one who can take care of any villains. But this guy, if he is a good guy, I mean, he's powerful, he's strong, and probably surpasses Genos in many fronts. I mean, Genos does not stand a chance against this guy. He still has a lot to learn, a lot of potential, but he still has a lot to learn. But it doesn't change the fact that this guy is a complete asshole. I'm not a fan of him. But for my number 1 WTF moment of episode 5, of course, Genos poops his pants, man. Genos versus Saitama. That scene, like, to see this animated from the manga and then see this become into animated form. Oh, burn. I mean, it's just the best timing, because remember that previously Genos actually gained some new upgrades. He got some upgrades, some new equipment. So to see it in this episode in full animation was insane. I mean, he was flying. He pretty much was going as fast as Saitama. In fact, Saitama was not going at his full potential, but I mean, he was toying with this guy. But man, the speed that Genos has and the animation when he pulled out the guns and the fire and everything. Oh, it was sick. My favorite moment though was when he pooped his pants, man. It was like, Saitama, you gotta go all out on me. And then Saitama just shows up in front of his face, goes right behind him, and you can see you know how in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, people give out that vibe, that menacing vibe? Freaking Saitama gave up the vibe of death. That's the vibe that Genos felt it. And at that moment, Genos gave up. Genos was like, I'm gonna die, I'm done for, I made a mistake. But Saitama is so strong and such a nice guy that he reserved his punch and didn't touch him. But even so, he was able to destroy everything behind Genos, which comes to show just how strong Saitama is. But it's not just about strength, but about control. Saitama has the power and the ability to not punch you, but destroy everything behind you. So he can, whatever's in front of his fist, I mean, he can redirect his attack, basically the strength of his attack. That whole structure behind Genos was completely gone, just destroyed. And Genos had that moment of realization that, oh man, I mean, I want to be as strong as him, but I'm never gonna get there. Like, impossible. Like, I just give up. So Genos has come to terms with his limits, and that's very important to notice, because even though Saitama did say, I believe it was episode 2, Saitama said, oh, in 3 years you're gonna be stronger than me. I mean, I only did 3 years and you're 19 years old. You can be even stronger than me when you're my age. But it doesn't work that way. His training doesn't apply to everybody, and it's pretty much confirmed that Genos is never gonna reach the level of Saitama. So that was one of my favorite moments, just seeing Genos shit himself. Just, oh man, so funny. Now, as a bonus, let me talk about the post credits and what's gonna happen in the next episode. So Saitama is just chilling at his house, and then Genos comes. He's like, I am moving in. He has this big military bag, hilarious, dude. And you know Saitama is not gonna be happy with this. So he's like, no, absolutely no, money, yes, sign me up. But the best part was that he just looked at the money. He just stared at it, and he was like, "You bring a toothbrush?" So he doesn't say yes, but he implies it. He was like, "You bring a toothbrush?" Oh man, just the interaction between these two characters. But where did Genos get all that money from? Like, was he rich in another lifetime before he got killed and turned into a cyborg? Like, where did he get that? That's a lot of moolah. So just funny, just, you think, oh, politicians can be bought. Well, in this world, heroes can be bought when it comes to living. So and an apartment and rent. Oh, hysterical. Maybe Saitama doesn't have to go on a sale to get his food, all right? Maybe he can go on a typical day. Maybe he can buy organic food this time. Maybe he can afford organic food. Just so funny. This episode was just, every part of it was incredible. Between the animation, the music, and just the transition from scene to scene. And we got to learn more about our characters. We finally have somebody who's a hero, but might be a villain. Just somebody who you really don't like. And it's because typically in every episode there's a new villain, but now we have somebody who seems like he's gonna stick around for a while. The guy with the blue hair, I forget his name, but he's gonna definitely be here for a while. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite part from this episode? What is your top moment? I gave you my top WTF moments, my top 5. So give me your top 1 WTF moment, and I will see you guys in the next video.